Thank you to Cade Silvermoon for their generous donation on Patreon. If you'd like to join them in their generosity, the link to my Patreon page is in the description. Hello everyone, my name is Deckerlink, the trained unprofessional, and welcome back to Tennis Ace. On the last episode, it was day 28 of Shoichi's route. I have a feeling it got split into multiple parts. I haven't done it yet. I'm just recording a bunch. Here in a couple of weeks, I'm going to have a week where I'm not really going to be recording. I'm going to be visiting some friends back in Kansas, so I'm going to do my best to try to record as much as possible, so I have some stuff to edit while I'm down there, or on the train, because I'm taking a train. I'm taking a train ride for an entire fuck day. 12-hour train ride. So, wish me luck on that. So, hopefully there won't be a blip in uploads. Don't know. I leave on the 29th. I have no idea when this is going to be uploaded, so maybe I'm already gone by this point. I have no fucking clue. Anyway, let's go into day 29, which I think might be the last day of Shoichi's route that is currently available as of the .41 update. I don't know that for sure, though, so we'll see. This is probably my 10th site I go to, and the result is always the same. I suppose taking to the internet to try to prove myself right is not the best possible motivation to go research something. I start studying a little bit in the morning before finding a paper Kataragi-sensei gave me with information on the college that wanted to scout me. Why have I spent so much time researching a place I have no intention to go to? Their campus sure is pretty, though. God, what am I even doing here? Leaning back in my chair, I sigh while rubbing my eyes. It shouldn't be this hard to make a decision on this sort of thing. I thought for sure that I would throw this one in the trash like I do all offers. I thought I was just a little bit curious to see what the place is like. Next thing I know, I'm seriously considering it. This is a bad thing. A really bad thing. I can't let some weird offer coming out of left field at the last second ruin all my careful planning. I've had my mind made up over what the fuck? I've had my mind made up over what I'm supposed to do for years. Why is it only now that I'm starting to have doubts? Sounded like the fucking, I still love you. The fucking guy. Oh, it was a sad moment. Or a happy moment. I don't fucking know. I look at the corner of my desk, reaching over to pick up a random textbook at the top of the pile I formed late last night. Since when I even bother studying this stuff? Seriously, what's happening to me? I thought I stopped being this guy a long time ago. It's no wonder Saya has a field day mocking me all the time. I'm a total mess. I wonder if this is Shoichi's influence rubbing off on me. Maybe he's been influencing me more than I thought. Would that really be a bad thing? Just thinking of how much he'd gloat if I let him now is already annoying. Safe to say I'm not opening that can of worms anytime soon. I thought of not telling him about the offer until my mind was more made up about it, but I've only been more and more unsure. I've only been getting more and more unsure. For fuck's sake, why is it so hard to make a simple decision? It should be illegal to expect a guy my age to make such important decisions about my goddamn long-term future. I really need to stop picking fights with my brain all the time. This is getting ridiculous. All this thinking is giving me a stomachache. I feel you. The sound of knocking fills the room out of nowhere, nearly making me jump out of my chair. Aniki, are you in there? You're gonna be late to class, you know. Is that all right with you? What, late for class? How long have I... Holy crap, I've been browsing this stuff for over an hour? Just a second, I lost track of time. Lost track of time? Without asking for permission, Aki walks into my room, catching me just as I started putting my pants on. Seriously? You're not even dressed yet? What the hell have you been up to all morning? You woke up even before I did. Yeah. I was looking some stuff up and lost track of time. Aki looks at my computer, staring at the empty desktop screen with a blank look on his face. Were you looking at porn? But no! Why would you even think that? I don't know. You lost track of time. Your computer only has your desktop open. First thing you did when I knocked was to rush to put your pants on. It fits. How on earth do you even know all this stuff? Have you been looking at porn? I don't owe you any answers. You're not our mother. What the? That's basically admitting it! I think I hit a new octave there. Aki steps closer to my desk, picking up a few books and looking around while I finish buttoning my jacket. Are you doing bad at school or something? I haven't seen you carrying this many books around since... I don't even know since when, actually. I feel a bit offended that you'd ask that, but I get why you would. You're not? Nah, I just felt like studying a bit. Couldn't hurt, you know. Huh. Been a while. What was that? It's nothing. Just hurry up and finish getting dressed. I was thinking we could leave together. He got teary-eyed. He's proud of us. Leave together? Why is that? Your school is twice as far from her as mine. If you wait around until I'm ready, you'll be late. Aki shrugs, smiling dumbly at me, humming some kind of cheerful tune. That's fine. I'm never late, so I can afford to do it once or twice. Besides, it's been a while since we left the house together. I think it'd be nice. Oh? Is this your way of saying you miss spending time with your Ni-chan here? Of course, I can leave you behind if I feel like it. No, I was just kidding. You better have. You're a dork. No, I can't believe my little brother is growing up to be such a tsundere. I reached forward with my hand, patting Aki's head and running my fingers through his fur for a bit. What are you doing? You're really cute, you know? Shut up. Just finish getting dressed or I'll leave you behind. I'll wait downstairs. This poor boy. Poor boy. Even though he just said he'd leave me, he immediately follows it up by saying he'll wait anyway. He swats my hand away, walking out of the room in a huff, his face still bright red. You're not fooling anyone. Man, I wonder how such an honest kid turned into a tsundere like this. Oh, wait. I almost forgot about something important here. We're not done with that other conversation, by the way. You better not have been watching porn already. Bite me. Look at him. Where the hell did you learn to talk like that? Don't you fucking curse at me, you shitty brat. Self-awareness was never our strongest suit. I'm so glad I didn't say that out loud. God, being a good influence is hard. There, I got my shoes on. Just need to get my books back inside my bag and grab my valuables. I reach for the phone I keep on the nightstand. Still charging, just like I left it last night. Before I notice it, I flick back to my conversation with him last night. It's weird. Even though our texting habits haven't really changed much at all, it still feels much more meaningful whenever I talk to him now. Is that what all relationships usually are like? It's a nice feeling. Aniki, I'll seriously leave without you if you keep taking forever. Aki shouts from downstairs, making my hurriedly shove my stuff into my pockets. Right, I'm coming. I rush down the stairs with my bag over my shoulder, coming face to face with an annoyed Aki tapping his foot by the front door. Jeez, what took you so long? And here I took you seriously when you said you were making an effort to be a better student. I am. Today was just an off day. Get off my back. What's with the fourth degree here? I'm the older brother. Respect my authority. Aki walks right out the door without a second word, leaving me to follow behind him and lock the door. The air outside feels amazing against my skin. Even if it's the dry summer breeze you'd expect from June, it still feels much better than being indoors with the air conditioning turned off. No matter how much I beg and plead with Mom, she insists that the air be programmed to turn off automatically at 4 a.m. so the room will only be ambient temperature by the time we leave the house. She says there's no point in leaving it running any longer and that leaving while the room is still cold means we let the air run too long. Never mind the fact that it gets super hot this time of year. Your fur is messy around your collar. Oh, is it? Oh, just a second. Try to readjust, not having the benefit of a mirror or something of that sorts to help me. We'll just have to do my best to fix it blind. Did that work? Yep, looks much better. By the way, we leave the house, stepping into the neighborhood street on our way to our schools. The asphalt radiates a really uncomfortable heat, making my eyes water a bit once it hits me. Man, I really should have left earlier in the morning. Yeah? How come you decided to leave with me today? Do I even need a reason for that? Not really. But you're not like me. You're not the type to just do things on a whim. You're definitely right about that. Aki giggles, covering his mouth with his left hand. His voice carries softly and sweetly through the air. He doesn't really laugh like this all that often anymore. Let me see if I can giggle in that voice. No, that sounds evil. Never mind. So, what's the deal? There's no deal. I just noticed we haven't had much time to spend together lately. Aw, you have been missing me. Don't make me punch you. I'm way smaller, so I can aim somewhere that deals a lot of damage. That's uncalled for. Really? Sayane always told me that's where I should aim if I needed to punch someone bigger than me. That's a good influence. Saya-chan, we really need to have a long conversation about the things you're teaching my brother later. I remember growing up watching Foamy the Squirrel, and he did this whole special about bullying. And, yeah, it's obvious to say bullies are bad. His argument was, if you're getting bullied and someone hits you or something, go for the balls. Don't try to be honorable about that shit. Just fucking destroy them. Use a desk. Just fucking throw them down a flight of stairs. Whatever you gotta fucking do. Fight dirty, bite, scratch, claw, poke them in the eyes with a protractor. Whatever the fuck you gotta do. For legal reasons, this is a joke. You say you want to spend more time with me, and then you threaten to hurt me. I don't know why, but I'm getting mixed signals here. That's okay. It's more fun this way. You know, if you want to spend time with me, you can just knock on my door and ask. You're gonna have to watch me from a distance like some kind of spy. A spy? Yeah. You think I already forgot you've been spying on me and reporting it to Hitoka? Oh, that? I'd hardly call it spying. If you're doing stuff out in the open, you can't really expect privacy. Not even in my own house? She has no idea about you two, by the way. Oh, I'd sure hope so. I don't even want to think of what her reaction would be. Really? I think you should just tell her already. Get it over with. Nice and easy, like ripping off a Band-Aid. Ripping a Band-Aid hurts like a mother. What the hell are you talking about? No, wait, wrong point to focus on here. I don't know if I'm even okay with you knowing, let alone other people. Only 3 people know so far, and that's just fine by me. You worry too much. I told you lots of times that most people don't care about this stuff nowadays. Maybe. But it only takes one bad apple to screw everything up. That's a risk I'm not comfortable taking just yet. I don't have the luxury of being carefree about it. There's a lot of things to consider. Shoichi's family could make things hard for us. We could have trouble at school. It could badly affect my career. You're just going out of your way to find a reason not to do it. I shrug, fighting back the urge to smile. So what if I am? It's my life and my relationship. I'll tell whoever I want whenever I feel ready. You could at least tell Mom. You know there's no way she'd be mad. Hell no. I'm not telling her for a while yet. There are very few people in this world who can destroy me as easily as she can. Yeah, but it's not like she uses her powers for evil. You're so naive. This time, Aki is the one to shrug, hopping forward a couple of steps ahead of me with a smile. I just think if I were in a happy relationship, I would want to let the people I care know about it, not go out of my way to keep it a secret. What would you even know? You've never even had a relationship before. But I pay more attention to people than you do. Like that's some huge achievement. Lots of people pay more attention than I do. It doesn't make you special. Dots. Wait, did I just diss myself? Just be quiet. Well, as fun as it is to tease you, there's something else I've been meaning to ask. Oh, do you have another awkward question to unload on me? No. How do you even assume that? That's the track record we have so far. I just wanted to know how you've been doing with practice. You never really tell me anything, and with the next competition being so soon... Oh, right. Of course you'd be wondering about that. I'm confident. Really? Don't act so surprised. I mean, I haven't heard you say that in a while. What gives? I just broke through a barrier, I guess. What does that mean? You'll have to wait and see. Dots? Now that's a good look on your face. Way better than that cocky grin you have all the time. Cat got your tongue? No, I just didn't expect this, but if you're this confident, then I can't wait to see you play again. Aww. It's times like these that keep you in the running for cutest little brother in the world. And no one better even dare try to convince me otherwise. What about you? Has there been any progress on your end? Did we really have to get to that? It feels like a natural way to progress the conversation. Why? Is there something wrong? Not really. I just kind of feel like I've hit a wall. Oh. Are you losing motivation to practice? No, not even a little bit. Don't get me wrong, I still love tennis. There's nothing in the world that I have more fun doing. I just wish I were making a little more progress. I wouldn't mind winning more often either. Maybe you need a little change of scenery. Should we transfer you to a different club? No! I'm not even the best player at my club yet. And that's a problem? Of course it is. If I transfer away when I haven't even managed to reach the top of that ladder, it'll just look like I ran away. Why would you even care about that stuff? Wouldn't you? Maybe a little. Probably would have cared a lot more a few years ago. Nowadays, not so much. Everything used to feel a lot more urgent a few years ago. Like it was always do or die. I suppose it's a good thing that I mellowed out. Or at least I hope so. At least I'm sure it's the case for my mental health. You know, you've changed a lot over the years. I did? What do you mean? Well, at the beginning of this playthrough, you sounded like a gremlin. Now you sound like you're overcompensating. I guess you've become more mature? Or at least more than you were. I still remember when you were littler. The way you'd cling to me all the time, or how you'd pout and throw a tantrum when you didn't get your way. Please don't remind me of that. It's embarrassing to even think about. But I liked it. You were so cute back then. Besides, with a hopeless older brother like you around, I had no choice but to mature fast. Hopeless? That's not true. I'm a really good older brother. I mean, I guess it is true, but I'd rather you not say it. It's okay. I still love you a lot, though. Love you too. I'm really glad I have you around. Though I'll never go as far as to say that. And I guess we've both been through a lot over the years with Dad gone and Mom working all the time. I shouldn't be surprised that you did a lot of maturing over it. Sorry, Aki. I tried to shield you from the worst of it, but I might not have done too good a job at that. Hope you can forgive this hopeless older brother of yours. Getting near the school gate, more and more students start appearing on the roads, all of their different paths converging here. Your school's a lot closer by than I remember. I told you. Why did I have to enroll in one that's so far? 'Cause it's the best junior high school in the city, and Mom insisted. Right. I don't remember you having to do that, though. I studied in the same school as you know. Besides, Minamikawa. Sorry, is still top 3? Maybe. You could have gone to, Kamoeda. Or, God damn it, or Shishizaki Academy. I took a Japanese class in college. Just fucking hell. And wear those fluffy red blazers? No thanks. Besides, my friends went to Minamikawa. I wasn't going to be the only to go somewhere else. Fair. Plus, those two don't even have a tennis program to speak of. True. Minamikawa, it was always a pretty strong school in that regard. What with Morisaki-senpai and Sasaki-san being both alumnus. I have to get going now, though. Sure, travel safe. I wave Aki goodbye, walking past the gate and heading inside. As soon as I turned around, I hear the sound of jogging. For someone who said there was no problem in being late today, he sure broke into a mad dash now. All things considered, you turned out really well raised. I wonder who I should thank for that. I really hope my future kids will be as well behaved as Aki. At least. I certainly wouldn't want them to turn out like me. Oh, wait. Right. I've never thought of this before. I always pictured myself having kids at some point in the future, but now, how's that even supposed to work? I mean, I like kids. I always enjoyed taking care of Aki. Can't really imagine myself not being a father at some point. Is that even possible now? Yes, it is. Very easily. Would Shoichi and I have to adopt? Is that allowed for couples like us? No, stop it. We've only been dating for about a month. It's way too soon to be thinking about something like that. I don't even know where things are going to go with us. And I kind of like not knowing. We're having fun together, getting to know each other better in that kind of way. Even if he's a bit too pushy. Definitely a more physical than I was ready for. Even then, it's not like I've been thinking about what we'll have to us in the future.
Yuichi-san?
Oh, morning.
What are you doing spacing out by the door?
You already answered your question there.
Don't you think there are better places to be spacing out at?
Because people choose where to space out?
Why not? It doesn't seem too hard.
Are you for real? Yeah, good morning to you too, June.
Wait, didn't we already greet each other?
Let's just go inside the building instead of standing around by the door.
Oh, sure.
June and I walk into the building, passing by the masses of students arriving just a few minutes before classes. At least he no longer freaks out about the amount of people we have here in school. That's good progress.
By the way, weren't you making an effort to be more punctual? Or have you been here the entire time standing by the door?
Of course not. Why would I come to school early just to stand by the door?
Maybe you wanted to know what it's like to be a doorman. Or you wanted to count how many students go in by an hour. Oh, I know. Maybe you wanted to...
When I asked the question, I wasn't inviting you to guess and come up with reasons.
Wow.
Sorry, what was he about to say that he was blushing about? What the fuck? Oh, he was hoping we were waiting for him. Oh, you poor fuck. Damn it. Of all the things to get carried away by.
Sorry.
Stop apologizing so much.
Right, sorry.
Tots, I'm heading to class.
Well, wait, you haven't even told me why you were late.
It's not a big deal. I decided to review some of my notes before I got ready for class and lost track of time.
Ugh, really?
That's not the kind of reaction I was expecting. Yeah, really. What's so bad about that?
Now I'm the only slacker in the group. I mean, come on. You were late to class because you were studying?
Where did that come from? What, are you telling me that you only liked hanging around me so much because I didn't drag you to study like the others would?
Who knows? Might be it.
What? June giggles, his tail slowly swishing back and forth behind him. I'm going to class.
Oh, I'm going with you.
The hell you are. You can go alone for all I cared. I don't teach you to be a smart ass.
Hang on, I didn't mean it like that.
I quickly spin around on my heels, walking away at a brisk pace, leaving the tiger hurrying to catch up with me. I definitely have a satisfied smile on my face as I do. No one can take that away from me. Oh hey, you even managed to get the rich snob in here. Despite the previous setback with my nearly being late to class, I made sure to watch all my classes intently and take notes as thoroughly as I can. When I first started this up again, I was already exhausted with a headache by now, but it's been getting easier with every single day I go through it. It's actually pretty satisfying to notice that. Speaking of something else that's satisfying, could you stop pouting? I'm not pouting. I'm sighing. There's a difference. Both are annoying. Cut it out. Ever since K-Kun's birthday party, Saya-chan started going to his classroom every day to drag him over so he'd have lunch with us. He always looks so awkward through it, too, looking around uncomfortably like he expects someone to jump out and judge him for being somewhere he's not supposed to go. It's pretty cute.
How many times do I have to tell you it's not a big deal? Shoichi and I don't belong in this class either, but here we are.
That's different. You two are seniors. You actually belong on this floor. There's no such thing as a floor that only one grade is allowed to go to. Sure there is. Says who? The writings on the door that say third year. Or, well, actually says 3A, 3B, and so on, but that's not the case. Dude, you have got to chill out.
Keisuke-san, I didn't know you were so self-conscious. You're usually pretty confident.
I'm confident about the things I know are right. If I'm doing something that's clearly wrong, then of course I'll be self-conscious. I'm sorry if my discomfort bothers you.
Oh, it doesn't bother me at all. It's actually pretty cute.
What? Cute? Heart attack! Excuse me, Urashihara. I think I saw your self-respect get left behind somewhere around that corner. Buzz off! Bzz, bzz. I hate you. Okay, guys, this is cruel. Let's just change the subject before he has a meltdown. Thank you.
You're welcome. Since we're changing subjects anyway, how about we catch up? What have you guys been up to lately? Do you have any plans for the weekend or something like that?
Well, oh, yeah, I do. I don't care what game it pops up in. I don't care what character says it. I will not say that word. You can't make me. Go fuck yourself. There he goes, not even noticing he completely cut K-Kun off. He's been so much more full of energy since he met up with his mom again. All of a sudden, he's making plans to visit, talking about her and how things changed in her life the past few years. He's like a little kid. Yeah, he's not being totally isolated by an abusive fuck. We actually made plans to go to Tokyo over the weekend. I found out one of our favorite plays is being performed there in this huge venue, so I bought tickets and the three of us to go.
The three of you?
Yeah, Hitoka's coming too, of course. Sai-chan raises me an eyebrow, shooting me a quizzical look. I try my best to signal for her to drop it without saying any words, already being plenty aware of what she's thinking. Shoichi is finally reconnecting with that side of his family for the first time since his parents divorced. We might be dating, but I don't want to encroach on their business. Well, I do, but I have enough respect for him not to. I'll only jump in if I think he could use my help. That should be more than enough. Besides, if it lets me see him looking this excited, then all the trouble I went through to get through that thick skull of his was worth it. I'm glad you reconnected with them. Itoka-chan was one thing since... what? Itoka-chan was one thing since you at least still texted and saw each other in school, but I know it meant a lot to you to talk to your mom again. It did. It was such a big weight lifted off my shoulders. I'm really happy for you, Arata. We've been saying for a while that you could use a break.
Me too. Plus, Hitoka-chan has been so much more lively when we chat lately. I think it's safe to say she's happy. Oh, me too. I'm happy for you too.
It's not a competition. You don't need to say it out loud just because the others did.
But...
Thank you, guys. It really means a lot to me. It really does. Good. Maybe this will teach you something about being a hard-headed idiot, and you won't stand by so long without doing anything next time you have an issue like that. That's a good point.
That was a little uncalled for.
You think? I'm just being honest. More like being blunt to the point of no tact. It's all right. I suppose I do have a habit of being paralyzed by my fears when something is really important to me. Shoichi shoots me a quick look, his eyes almost sparkling as his whole gaze softens, his lip curling up slightly in a smile. That keeps me from being honest about how I feel sometimes. Well, the way he just looked at me, it's too much. You're definitely not allowed to look at me like that in public. I hope no one else noticed that. Oh, yeah, I think they did. I mean, poor fucking June. June. I mean, Keisuke, I know, he's said that he can have and drop crushes as soon as he wants, but June had hope.
I know what you mean.
Sir John, that's not helping.
Yeah, I can imagine too.
To be completely fair, that's a very common issue. I wouldn't hold it against myself too terribly much. I can be the same way. True. Thanks, Shihara. You're quite welcome.
Still, I'm kind of surprised Takahiko-san gave you permission to even do that in the first place. Didn't you say he's really strict with you on your curfew and on keeping up with your studies?
That's true, but he's been pretty permissive whenever it's something involving Mom.
Really? Well, that's pretty nice of him. Abusive people will destroy your shit and then let you have basic stuff and act like it's a big fucking gift, but it's not.
Yeah, it really is. Though it still does like to fix the bitter image. What? Though it still does like to fix the bitter image I have of him right now, considering the last time I saw him. Yeah, it is. I think on some level he still feels guilty over what happened in the divorce.
Oh, right. There's that.
Whatever, it's not important anyway. So long as I get to spend more time with Mom, I'm not complaining. You must really like your mother. Of course I do. I love her. You have no idea how much I missed her these past few years. I can empathize with that. Oh, my bad. I had forgotten about you. You don't have to worry about it. I'm still happy for you, regardless of my own situation on that matter. I'm capable of not being completely selfish, you know. That's not what Keikun reaches across the table, giving Shoichi a few light taps on his shoulder, a reassuring smile on his face. You worry too much. Just be happy over the improvement in your situation. That's all I can ask for. Right. Thanks again. You really are a lot more mature than I give you credit for. Stating the obvious, but thank you. Is it too late for me to take back my compliment? Yes, you officially love me now. Not sure I'd go that far. What about you guys? Is there anything new on your end?
I don't know if it counts as news. I've been working on my college application.
College application? That's surprisingly down to earth.
It's something I need to think of. The whole reason I got into competing was so I could have a better chance of joining my choice school. Sure, I could apply with just my original compositions and my competitions from 7 years ago on my academic curriculum, but that place is notoriously hard to get into. I doubt it would be enough.
What kind of school are you trying to get into where that's not enough for acceptance?
The Cologne University of Music.
What? What? Heart attack number 2. What's wrong, K-Kun? Is that someplace really impressive or something? I've never heard of it.
Seriously? How uncultured can you guys get?
The Cologne University of Music is one of the finest educational institutions pertaining to music in the whole world.
Whoa, really? So it's like Harvard or something? Harvard wishes?
Oh, shit. Fucking snap. I don't mean to be a downer, but please tell me you have other options.
Of course I do. I'm not a moron.
Thank God. What are they?
Berlin's Hans Eisler Academy of Music and Juilliard.
Heart attack number 3. Oh! I'm guessing from that reaction that all of those are impressive. Why are all of your options good enough to be first choice dream schools for musicians? Do you not understand the concept of a safety option?
Why are you getting mad at me? Damn, I didn't know you had such ambitious dreams.
Right? I never would have guessed from how much you tend to slack off in school. Oh, God.
I'm trying my best, okay?
Oh, man. I really need time to breathe. This was too much. Sorry for losing it on you.
It's okay. I get it. I know I'm aiming pretty high.
Do you think you can really get in? I know your grades aren't exactly the best. June sputters, his tail shooting up behind him.
Well, I'm hoping that my musical achievements are enough to make up for that.
For your sake, I really hope that's the case. Come on, ease up a bit. You can't really blame him. If you have big plans when it comes to college, why shouldn't you want to go to some place like that? I know that, but everyone should at least be realistic about their odds. These schools all have received dozens of thousands of applications for just a handful of openings. Especially if you want to get a scholarship with them, having a safety school is a must. My dad doesn't really agree with you on that. I'm afraid of asking. What does that even mean? Oh, I just that he makes me study a lot through past college exams for the universities I'm supposed to apply to.
Supposed?
It's not like I'm the one who picked them. He came up with a list of universities I should pick all by himself. And since most colleges publicize their past exams for applicants to study by them, I've been using the ones from the past 7 years extensively. He would even then go over them and grade me using the answer sheets. Yeesh, that hits way too close to home. I don't like that. What about you, Arata? Any news? I'm focusing on trying to compose a new song for the band for the most part. Trying to meet their expectations while keeping up my own studies and training for the company is also a pain in the ass. My father ascribes to a similar philosophy as yours. Really? So you know what it's like? Yep. The only difference is I never got paid for the work I've been made to do for the company. Since he says I'll eventually own the company anyway. I'm sure that's just an excuse so he can have free labor. How can he be such a Scrooge when he makes so much money I'll never get?
You say that, but your allowance would easily put most working adults in the world to shame.
Yeah, right. About that.
What about it?
Nothing. It's not important, just a nitpick.
Really? It sounded important.
Not really. I was just going to remark that you can't really trust anyone in this kind of corporate environment. A lot of people will do whatever it takes to social climb. Watch your back, Hirata. Holy crap. Because that's not ominous at all. Yeah, where did that come from? I'm just looking out for a friend is all. Dots all around. Even from us. What's wrong? Why is everyone quiet all of a sudden? It's nothing. Don't worry about it. Did I kill the conversation? No one dares speak up in disagreement. Sorry. Didn't really mean to.
It's fine. This kind of thing happens.
Yeah, you were just updating us on what's new in your life. I'm the one who's sorry that I asked. Thankfully, the awkward mood doesn't seem to last all that long. Jun-kun quickly changes the subject to something else, and soon we're whisked away into a conversation about something completely unrelated. It seems to be the case more often than not whenever the tiger is involved. Yeah, he's good at deflecting. Still, I can't shake off this awkward feeling I have now. Hearing them talk about college plans like that, even Jun is thinking seriously about his future. Saya-chan might not have college plans, but she already figured out everything she wants to do. Me, on the other hand, I've been coasting by and using my career as an excuse to not have to think about it. When I look at it like that, it becomes pretty clear that I'm the outlier in the group. And now that I'm aware of it, it just starts bothering me more and more. Maybe I'll try asking Saya-chan about it before practice. I don't know what to make of the offer I got, but maybe she'll know something. If anything, I can at least ask if she's gotten a few offers like that herself.
What do you think, Cleveland-san?
Me? Sorry, what are we talking about?
What? You weren't even paying attention?
That's a bit rude. Sorry, I was thinking about some stuff over and I spaced out. You always do that. And then you really shouldn't be acting so surprised about it, should you? Okay, so Mizuguchi-san was asking us about the rest of lunch break. Carries on as usual with rapid-fire conversations that only pause every now and again while someone chews on their food. And soon enough, that too also comes to an end. A few hours later. Heading into the gym building, I decide to wait by the entrance so I can talk to Saya before we head inside. I even made sure to already have all my things organized inside my bag before the bell rang to make sure I could arrive here before she did. She tends to be the type that starts acting weird as soon as she walks into the courts, so I'd much rather have a talk with her when the two of us are still outside.
Hey, Cleveland-kun. What are you doing waiting outside by the girls' entrance?
I was hoping to talk to you, actually.
Me? Oh, crap. What did you do this time?
Why are you immediately assuming I did something?
Because that's usually always the case.
Hey, I rarely ever get in trouble. What the hell are you talking about? I didn't do anything. I just wanted your opinion on something important.
I'm not convinced, but go ahead.
Could you at least try to pretend like you have an ounce of faith in me? So, I guess it was mostly the conversation we were having at lunch that got me curious, but I figured you'd be the best person to ask.
The conversation at lunch? You're gonna have to be more specific than that.
When they were talking about college applications and stuff, you didn't say anything on the subject, and it got me wondering if you'd even gotten any kind of offers and whatnot. Like, I know there are a lot of colleges out there that would love to have an accomplished player on their roster that might reach out to you with scholarships and try and get you to join.
Yeah, that sort of thing happens sometimes. I got a few like that.
Really? How come you never brought it up? She shrugs, acting like the whole thing was no big deal at all. Not like we're talking about offers worth millions of yen.
There's no point. I've already had career plans for years. You and I are gonna go pro together and head to America. I'm not gonna abandon you to get a random degree in England or Australia or wherever just because of a free ride.
Oh, right. That's a very considerate of you. Oh, crap. I hadn't even thought about how this offer might affect Saya. Now I feel like an ass for even considering it. Just out of curiosity, how many offers have you gotten so far?
Give me a minute.
Starts mumbling something I can't hear under her breath, staring off into space for a few seconds while trying to recall the information.
I think it's been about 5, unless I'm forgetting one.
What, 5? How come you got 5 and I only got 1? I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna pretend you're not an amazing player, but still, what the hell? It's a huge difference in treatment. Wow, damn, you're really popular. Good for you.
Really popular? It's not like I get any more recognition than you do.
One would think. If you say so. Either way, thanks for answering my question.
Sure, no problem. Talk to you again during practice.
By the way, would you be okay with playing another match?
God, really? Again? You really are petty, aren't you?
I can't leave things off like this. I refused on a matter of pride. I played 11 sets against you, and you only managed to win a single one so far. I can't let things stay this one-sided. And I only managed to win. Yes, okay. What? Are you afraid of a little challenge?
Kinda.
Wait, what? I was just joking.
Yeah, I know. It's true, though. It's scary how fast you're catching up to me. We only started playing against each other a week ago, and you went from not keeping up to giving me more trouble than I've had in the national competition. It's terrifying. It kind of feels like you're some kind of predator stalking me.
Jeez, I didn't know I made you feel uncomfortable. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. That's how a tennis player is supposed to be. I'm just not used to seeing you be like that anymore since you've been in a slump for so long. I'd rather see you being crazy competitive. I would rather see you being crazy competitive than lazing around again. I just never thought I'd have that kind of hunger turned on me.
Huh. Guess it's kinda, I guess it is like a kind of hunger. That's a good way to put it. I wonder how she'd react if I said something like, rabbit. Why do I have some like terrible jokes?
Just don't make me start playing 5-set matches against you every day. That would get exhausting very fast.
You don't get to say that. You're the stamina monster that's constantly running me ragged when we play.
Just because I can handle it better than you doesn't mean I'm not suffering from exhaustion all the time, you know?
All right, then. I won't make you play 5-set matches with me every day. Promise. Because I'll eventually start beating you in straight sets, then you won't need to complain about being tired.
Oh, yeah? Bring it, bitch!
Oh, she's just as easy to rile up as I remember. That should keep her from complaining too much about playing against me from now on.
I'll see you inside. Get ready to have your ass kicked.
Just remember, we're still talking about tennis here, okay? And there she goes stomping away without listening to a single word I said. Okay, geez, maybe I did a bit too good a job pissing her off. I just might end up regretting talking too much. Well, this is gonna be a hell of my own creation. No point in delaying it. I'll just head inside and take it like a man. A few hours later. My whole body hurts a lot more than I would have hoped for. Even just playing a single match a day against Saya-chan is exhausting. At least I'm making progress. Managed to steal a single set from her again today. Still lost 3-1. I'll just cheer myself up by saying that this is good practice for when we reach nationals and have to start playing 5-set matches again. I really need to start winning. I fish around inside my bag for a few seconds until I manage to find my phone, checking it for any new messages that might have popped up while I was in the club. Aki did text me while I was away, but that was just him letting me know he'll be home late from practice. That should be fine. I'll just tell him to take a taxi home if it gets too dark outside by the time he leaves. I also wonder if Shoichi is still at school right now. I'll try calling him. If he's still around, maybe we can hang out for a bit before he leaves. See if I can even pick up his phone at all. Hello? You picked up! Oh, Cleveland, what's up? I just got out of practice. I was wondering if you were still around school. Kind of wanted to see ya. Ah, sorry, Cleves, I'm already home. Giga and the rest of the council forced me to take a break again, and since I don't have volleyball practice anymore, I came home early. Oh, what if I came over? I could pick you up, at least. I'd rather avoid actually being in his house as much as I can. Yeah, Dad actually asked me to help out with some office work. I shouldn't even be on my phone right now. I just forgot to turn it off. That's a bummer. We didn't have much time to see time to ourselves this week, so I kind of hoped that... I know. Sorry. I already promised I'd help. Plus, he's paying me for this, so... If you went home from school early, shouldn't you be allowed to take that time off to relax? Just sounds cruel to use that as an opportunity to make you do more work.
You're so good at your work that you finished everything you had to do early? As a reward, here's more work!
Is that what the adult world is like? It sounds totally miserable. That's exactly what the fuck it is, dude. It does make me happy to hear you wanted to spend more time with me, though. Of course I do, you dork. I miss you. Things have been kind of crazy since we had that fight, and we haven't had much time to be together. Yeah, that's true. How about we schedule a date over the weekend? I'm going with Mom to watch the play in Tokyo tomorrow, but I should be free Sunday. Really? Wouldn't it be too much work to swing 2 free days on the weekend? I know you usually use one of them to keep up with your studies and whatnot. I can take 1 weekend off. It's not going to kill me. Besides, it's worth it if I get to spend more time with you. Aw, thank you. It's really nice of you to say. Where's your dad, by the way, that he's not breathing down your neck right now? You are on the phone. He's at work. It's a weekday, remember? Huh. Since you said he immediately asked you to do more stuff for him when you got home early, I thought he was there too. Oh, that. Because I messaged him saying I'd be coming home early and asked if there were any errands he wanted me to run. You really are the root cause of your own problems, aren't you? No, he's the fuck not. Appeasing your abuser to avoid abuse is not your fault. It's a rational response, if not one that'll fix anything, but it's a survival technique. That or you're just your average sucker for punishment. Can I text you with our date plans later? I still need to figure out what would be a good time for me on Sunday. Aren't you going to ask what would be a good time for me? Pff, you kidding? You're a bum. You're always free. Hey, that's not true. Sure it is. You're never up to anything. I could drag you around whenever I want with no repercussions. Keep that up and I'm going to have to punch you as soon as we get to this date. Sure thing. Feel free to get as much payback as you want then. Why did that sound so wrong just now? Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Oh, God, I could practically hear you blushing over the phone. Cut it out. Don't worry, I didn't mean anything sexual by that. You don't need to get all embarrassed. Thank you, but if you play your cards right, I'm going into a tunnel. Can't hear you. Damn it, my face feels so fucking red right now. Oh, great, now he's teasing me over text. Just turn off your phone and go back to work already, you dork. God, even my insults are lame. I don't know how to feel about this. I've been trying to roll with the punches, hoping I'd get used to it soon, but maybe I should talk to Shoichi about being less pushy. I still don't know how to feel about the way things went down when we had sex. Even though I gave him that huge speech about how everything was fine, I feel like I was trying to convince myself more than anything. I feel like I should be okay with it by now, but he pushes so much that it makes me want to back down even more. Fuck. So many things I need to learn to deal with all at once. Why can't any of this be easy? Maybe I should just ask Saya about this stuff. She has her shit together for the most part. She's already showed a lot of interest in talking about our relationship, too. Am I opening Pandora's box here? That just might be a huge mistake. I'm gonna go home and think this over during a hot bath. I really need one right now. Hey, da ba da da ba 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 da. That is the shit. Damn, all of these are from. Oh no. Okay, there we go. I thought for a second. Never mind. Sorry. So that's the end of Shoichi's updates. Yeah. I love the little GB at the end there. I do like the fact that Shoichi's route is taking the opportunity to really approach a lot of sort of mundane. I don't want to sound like I'm insulting it. I'm not. But it really is approaching and handling a lot of stuff that a lot of people deal with in their first relationship. And that makes it more relatable, because the thing is when you look at someone who has a debilitating medical condition like June, or someone who has an extraordinary living situation like Keisuke, those can be a little there's a little bit of separation between what you're dealing with in the game and what you would likely have dealt with in real life. And perhaps it's only just because I've dealt with a lot of the stuff that has been discussed and handled and all that other stuff in Shoichi's route. But that seems to be the strength, because Shoichi is, even admittedly, kind of an unremarkable character in comparison to the standout big fucking like holy shit things dealing with the other characters. But he's still just as genuine and important a character. He's written just as truthfully and honestly as the other characters. So his route is really the one that can make you feel as attached to the situations as possible. So, yeah. Anyway, I don't know when that's happening next. I know June doesn't have an update in the 0.41 route, 0.41 update, sorry. We already finished Shoichi's, so now we're going to finish Keisuke, and then at that point, Tennis Ace will go on hiatus and wait until updates come out. And we'll finally be caught up. That's weird. That's weird, ain't it? That's weird. Anyway, thank y'all very much for watching this episode of Tennis Ace. On the next one, we will see what got tacked on to day 28, and maybe even day 29, if that also got added. I don't know. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, I have been the trained and professional. If you want to follow me anywhere on my other social media stuff, the links to all those are in the description, along with links to my Patreon, and to become a YouTube member if you would like to support me and what I do on here. All that being said, until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I've been the trained and professional, and you are not. Stay safe, everyone.